Guys, Fulu coming to you with another video. So there's a couple of things I kind of want to get into. Uh, you know, it as bad as it is to say this, but um, in the gender war, you're gonna get all. The thing is with females, and this is what I've learned. Females, for the most part, modern women don't know when to shut the hell up. That's their main problem. They don't know when to shut up. Even when they don't have a point, they have to try to make a point. They may not even have a point or a say in the conversation, but yet they still have to try to make a point, right? No matter what. They don't know how to shut the hell up, you know. And that's what get it, I don't get irritated. It's just that, that's when I just like they don't exist to me anymore. When they start talking, and they're not making any sense and they're not making any points. But I want to like basically get what I really want to do was look at something that because this video there's a video about a woman like blasting quote unquote pick me's. And the thing is, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. All a pick me is a woman who wants to be traditional and submissive, and it's just a hyena's way of insulting that woman for wanting to be traditional and submissive. That's all a pick me is. They'll try to dance around and they'll try to like say, "Oh, a pick me tries to make her man happy at any expense and stuff like that." Over her expense. They'll try to play that little bait and switch game with you, but don't fall for it. Because at the end of the day, all the pick me is a traditional woman who wants to submit. Now, I wrote that comment on someone's page. I said a pick me is just a masculine hyena's way of insulting a traditional submissive woman. This idiot, and I'm just gonna call the name. I'm just gonna call the name so you guys all can see it. So I can just put them on Front Street. This idiot said, "I have a strong personality and I am an alpha sigma female." Anytime a female calls herself an alpha, just understand that she wants to be a man, or she probably is in the process of becoming a man. You know, um, and I'm not gonna even read what she wrote, but this is basically what I said. You wrote a paragraph for no reason. Speaking as someone who actually is on the sigma tip, a sigma exists outside of the hierarchy, meaning that you don't even classify yourself as such. You don't even classify yourself as like, any part of the hierarchy, be it alpha, beta, or whatever. You don't even identify, or you don't even step into the hierarchy. By you labeling, and then I said, by you labeling yourself as an alpha, you just told me you're a woman who is a man, basically. And then I said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Because that's what most of these modern women do, is they play stupid games, and then they expect us to pick up the prizes, you know. Now, unfortunately, what's happening now, you know, uh, what's happening now is that YouTube, when it comes to, I noticed this. I noticed this. This is something I noticed about YouTube too. Don't let it fool you. YouTube actually has agenda against traditional tradition, right? They have like a they have a like really a different type of um I want to say, like, YouTube actually doesn't want traditional um family structure. So when you're even looking for things in regards to that, you're only going to get the negative of that culture. You know, you're never going to get the positive of that culture. You're always going to get the negative of the culture, never the positive that comes with the culture. Okay? So, you know, with me, I try to educate myself on all types of things, uh, especially things I'm interested in. And, you know, I was talking on WhatsApp. I was talking on WhatsApp with my uncle, and he said, he's like, you box with a lot of people from the former USSR. Your family was studying in USSR, so it would be befitting to you to get more familiar with the countries who were in the former USSR. So I said, you know what? Let me get familiar then with those countries, since it was a vast area. Um, so what what's happening is, unfortunately, what you'll see the negative of the culture. And so I was looking for things about Kyrgyzstan, because despite Dmitry Bivol originally being like like being Russian by nationality, I think the first 11 years of his life was spent in Kyrgyzstan. So it just kind of made me interested in that region. Like, oh, okay, let's look at let's look into this place. So you know because I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about I'm going to say something about about this whole region of the Soviet Union. Okay. Um, the thing is Soviet Union, right? There were a lot of mistakes being made. There was a lot of things that didn't go right. Some of it was done, uh, like certain things were done by outside influences. Unfortunately, the outside influences, being the United States, kind of uh, made things bad. You know what I mean? So what happened is, of course, it kind of led to very bad things happening, right? So the YouTube algorithm will help you, will keep you from even seeing like the good of a place that they don't like. And of course, Americans don't like freaking USSR. They hate the Soviet Union. They absolutely hate the Soviet Union. But it was interesting that I found a video, and this video is very telling, and it goes to tell you that in different parts of the world, in different parts of the world, um, they are they are I want to say they are trained to actually be wives, you know. They're actually trained to be wives. So let's look at this video. I found this video, and let's see this. Okay. And maybe we'll look at something too. There's another video that maybe we can look at. Yeah, I just found one. Hold on just a minute.
As experts in online education, Purdue University Global gives you all the flexibility you need to balance school, work, and life.
And mind you, I'm not, here's the thing. I'm not like saying that you should divest. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, especially if you're African, you know, your options are going to be like pretty vast. You know, like I'm just making that point. Now you, of course, will be pressured, especially here. You're going to be pressured, and it still won't be good enough. You're going to be pressured by like different groups of black people to marry within your own, which would be logical, right? But the only chance of that happening is if you marry back home, or you're going to marry to a neighboring country of yours, or you're going to marry to something within your race that has similar values and similar like similar life, like I want to say a similar like life view that you do. You know what I mean? That's the only time that that's going to happen. Other than that, forget about it. You're definitely not going to find it with like belejo black American women. That's out of the question. You know, seriously, it's out of the question. Me, even me having to get some documents today, just see I just feel the energy of these bitter, angry, lonely, full of attitude, unhappy, belejo women, and also Denedro women. I just feel the energy. Like I feel it. I know it sounds bad, but it's just I feel it. And so what I do is I try to step away and I try to like stay away from them. But I'm not saying that you have to divest. I'm just saying that if if you are pressed, you have options, okay? But the opposite does not apply. The men are going to be like, eh. The men of these different cultures who the women say they want to divest with, they're not going to really be checking for them. But let's look at this clip that I found, and this is in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, Kyrgyzstan.
Quranic studies are just Intensive Quranic studies are just one element in the strict curriculum of this all-girls boarding school in Bishkek. It's meant to prepare each of these Kyrgyz girls for eventual marriage to a Muslim man.
Девочек набираем на базе 9 класса, то есть, соответственно, они здесь...
So notice that they're already being prepared at an all-girls school for being a wife. You know, nothing like this exists in the West. Nothing at all. You don't see anything like that. You know? They want to follow natural law. But let's continue.
Получают как специальное образование. Религия обучается навыкам.
We teach them religion, tailoring, and cooking skills. And the crazy thing about it is, and I was reading one of my comments today, and someone on my TikTok actually said, Fula, yeah, man, my wife got called to pick me for cooking for me. That's how bad it's gotten with these modern women. I hate to say this, but modern Western women are evil, vindictive, combative, and just like they just have this Dante's infernal spirit that you don't want to be around, and that can mess up your spirit if you're around it. That's just what it is. But let's continue.
Швеи и повара.
The trappings of modern teenage life are few here. Mobile phones are locked in a safe until the weekend. No boys or men are allowed inside. And mandatory physical education must be done in the hijab.
So even the fact that, they still enforce staying in shape. So they're even like, they're even looking to the point where they know what men like. And they even understand that it's important to keep yourself together. And they're instilling this in these young sisters, very young, that you're gonna have to keep yourself together for your husband. I kid you not, bro. I was in line doing something today, and I would say a good 75% of the women in that line were fat or almost getting to the borderline of being obese. I'm dead serious.
Эртемен турабыз ханым кедейлер. За 7-де туруп, тамак аш жеп, бираз дин сак кылабыз, намаз окуйбуз. Намаздар 5-тин убактысы келет. Ошо намаздарды окугандан кийин аны абед.
We also learn foreign languages. So they learn Arabic, English, Turkish, and then also they get free time. But the fact that that these women are like, they're being constructive, they're being productive. Usually when you have women around each other and stuff like that, especially in the West, they're not being constructive or productive. They're trying to figure out a plot how to ruin like someone's day. You look at all these talk shows with all these women, and what are those talk shows about? Most of them are about bashing men, the majority of them. Let's continue.
Уже тамак өтөбүз. Тамактан чыгып, бош убактар бар, өзүбүздүн бош убактарыбыз болот.
The staff are often asked to arrange a wedding with one of the girls, but the school says it's not a marriage agency.
Что говорят мужья, то что они хорошо готовят, что они покладят.
And here we go. Here we go. Listen to what she says. Their husbands later say that they are very patient and tolerant. One thing I notice about modern Western women is you may be trying to give them advice, and you can't even give them advice. They won't take they'll think you're like attacking them or something like that. That's one thing I notice. It's crazy, but it's true.
Толерантные, терпеливые. То, что они какие-то на все проблемы, но проблемы всегда бывают.
So she said, life may bring various problems, and the girls help their husbands to overcome them. Now, keep this in mind. I want you guys to keep something in mind. Most of the time when you have a modern woman and problems do come, hypergamy is so real that the bump in the roads that define you as a man, she doesn't want to take that. She doesn't want to go to through that process with you. And what happens is she actually just chooses up someone else. It happened with Shaq's wife. I believe when Shaq was married, the woman he was married to, actually, I think she was intended to marry someone else, but she decided that, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go for Shaq, you know?
На многие проблемы так относятся с пониманием.
жардам берет, себеби биз бул жакта адеп баардыгты үйрөнөбүз да. Себеби кийинде эле балдарың мисалы үчүн тарбия кылганда.
She said, one of the girls said, I think all of this will help me become a good wife to raise my children properly. Now you must keep in mind though that this woman here, right? That this young lady in the West, even saying like you want to be a good wife and things like that would almost put you in the crosshair of a modern Western woman who will call you a pick-me. You know what I mean?
Аларга деле адептүү кылып мынтип тарбиялайсың да, аябай керек болот. Мен ошону түшүнөм өзүм. Өзүмдү көп нерседен жетиштиргим келет. Швеяда.
Here they teach us things that we will definitely need later.
Тамак аш болсун, тазалык болсун, да жана башка ошол сыяктуу нерселерден, медицина болсун.
The school has only 70 places, and demand for admission is high. The founders plan to build a second school here soon.
So the fact that it only has 70 places and they're actually building more schools, they probably know what's going on in the West, and they probably don't want their society to go in that direction. They probably see it. The fact that they see this, hey, I gotta salute them. I definitely gotta salute them for this. Okay. Now, I'm gonna end this. Y'all leave your thoughts and leave your comments, and then I'm gonna go to something else, a chapter 2 in this. Fulu signing out. Njara.